The future of record labels and what you should know is what we're talking about today on Digital Music Education Series, DME Series for short. And we're live on jonilar.net and youtube.com/Jonilar online. And if you're listening to us on YouTube and you've not subscribed, just try to hit the subscribe button and you get more of this YouTube videos and audios coming your way. Today, Jonilar is here again. What are record labels been doing all this while?
So record labels that structure in the same value chain that provides services like support for artists, music production, music marketing, publishing, promoting the artist to get to where it is.
Okay.
But the ultimate thing is cashing the revenue. So songwriters, producers, singers, vocalists, instrumentalists, and everybody benefits.
Okay.
So that is what record labels have been doing for all this while.
All right. So I'm going to ask a question, and I want a yes or no answer. Are record labels dying, especially in Africa?
You are pushing me so hard to the wall right now. Yes.
Yes, record labels are dying.
Record labels are dying because times are changing so fast. The digital space is becoming more bigger, more broader. Things are becoming more innovative in the sense that artists are ready or willing or actually going independent now because the cost of music marketing production now is very expensive and everybody is working with a limited resource because in Africa we don't have people who actually invest into the whole music business. So you need one or two people to support you to get your business running. And if you look at it, all the biggest artists we have on the continent, and in Nigeria, Ghana, Tanzania, Uganda, Kenya, they are all independent artists that are trading their career with support from one or two financiers. And these are not record labels. A lot of them are management companies. They are road managers, publicists, artist manager, and probably one or two people who are dedicated to serve. So that's the kind of structure we are running for now. But not necessarily the record label structure. Yes, we have people responding to the record label tag, but they are not necessarily record labels because the cost of running a record label in Africa is huge. And unless you're ready to take the risk, ready to wait for a good number of years to make your money.
So are record labels going to be relevant? And I'm stressing on the relevance again because as time goes on.
Not necessarily unless they've come to the agreement that they are fading out gradually and there's the need to actually collaborate or team up with these independent artists who have a huge fan base, not in a particular country but beyond borders, and they're ready to do business. Because one thing, the record label structure is in such a way that they have all the experts, they have all the men, they have the men who can fix things for you. So the structure is in such a way that what an artist will do as an independent artist and will take a week, a record label will handle that within 24 hours because they have all the networks done properly. You understand? So that is the difference. So yes, they can actually pull for that agenda to partner. For instance, we have record labels from outside Africa coming to Africa doing that now. We have all these Sonys, Universal, all these giants from elsewhere. From their base, they are monitoring all the artists who are doing so well in Africa in terms of YouTube streams, Spotify listeners, Apple downloads and everything, and they are using the statistics to chase our artists, offering nice deals to them. But again, it's definitely going against these artists because they need a lot of investment. Even though these people normally come with the cash, but the strings attached are usually difficult to break. So African-based record labels, if they want to stay in business, the best thing is to call for partnership with the artist doing so well. So you play a role, I also play a role. We rise together.
Okay. So, do artists get to gain more with record labels?
Yes, they get more when they sign the deals initially, but going forward, depending on the kind of deal you sign, 360 deal, we have a lot of different types of deals we'll touch on during our subsequent series right here on DME. If the deal is in such a way that the label is investing into 60%, it means that already they own the lion's share of whatever will come in the future.
Sure.
But if it's 50-50, again, you stand to benefit what you invest. You understand? But the structure mostly is in such a way that the record labels do most of the investment and they reap back as time goes on. So for me, it's just a matter of agreeing on what we want to do.
So record labels in Africa and in other parts of the world, what are they doing differently from, let's say, especially in Africa? What exactly is it that we aren't doing well? That's why we had to get record labels from outside. Yeah.
Well, I feel it all has to do with the financial resource that we don't have in Africa. Because as I mentioned, usually these labels like Sony, Universal Music and all that, these are like conglomerates.
Okay.
They have a whole company for marketing, a whole company for branding, a whole company to plug music into the mainstream music space, that is radio, TV and all that. They have a whole company that is in charge of live production and everything. You get it? So because the financial strength is there, they are able to do this thing within their enclave. You get it? But in Africa, you have a record label trying to stage, like we've experienced it here in Ghana. You see record labels trying to organize their events, and usually these events that experience huge turnout are even free events. You understand? And they don't cash in any cash. They just use that to build or strengthen their fan base. But again, how long are you going to strengthen your fan base without necessarily generating any money? Because you need to invest into your albums, you need to invest into singles, music video, you need to get your team sorted, you need to be on the run, you need to catch up with the next thing. So it's always difficult running a record label in Africa.
Alright, so before we go, how do existing record labels save their future?
Yes, it's dicey, but again, I think going forward, what they should consider is signing few artists, which also means that they will be dealing with few less capital, and the revenue scale is also going to be less because there wouldn't be much to do. That's the only thing they can do. That's one thing they can actually do. But another avenue they can also explore is live events. Because I said live events because looking at it now, the world is actually enjoying live events, live activities and everything is pushing us to go out there, explore, network. I think after this whole coronavirus and everything, live events are going to come back strongly. Like we have companies producing Coachella, Afro Nation, Wireless Festival, Glastonbury and all these ones. These are like a huge business that record labels can consider doing. Summer Jam and all these ones, even though it's like an annual event, but if they can do major festivals and tour for artists and all that, they'll still stay in business. So live events is another area they should consider. Yes, if they truly want to stay in business within the music circle.
Alright, thank you so much, Jonilar, and thank you too for listening to us on jonilar.net and youtube.com/Jonilar online. My name is Ahoefa Mimi on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thank you for listening. Catch you next time.